Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hold on. Get it to hotspot. Otherwise this. We are kind of a little bit late, footy, so sorry about that. Wait. Are we live? Sorry about that. OBS is somehow doing some crappy things. Where's the final? Elimination final 2. There we go.
Spike it over the line.
See the Suns going really hard man on man, so Fremantle won't be able to sort of kick mark their way out of their back half. You will see them go long down the line quite often because the Gold Coast Suns are really hard man on man to take away those marks.
Witts and Jackson in the ruck. Rowell at the spill. Sarong with good hands to tap it to Bolton, who's got all that finals experience, the premierships at the Tigers. Collins down the line, the former Docker, intercepts and holds up for the Suns in defence.
Yeah, he just took control of the space. Amos gave him 1.5 metres, and that was all that was needed for Collins.
Ex-Docker, of course, 14 games. The Dockers, Collins heads to Andrew, Wider, and Rioli.
The other thing in the midfield just looks like both midfields going to head-to-head.
Just touched out by Noble and continue on. Or was it lucky? Yep.
Very lucky. So no tags. Wrong. Brayshaw, Anderson and Rao head-to-head.
Yeah, we're backing our clearance guys in against your clearance guys. Witts and Jackson to do the ruck work again. Witts front spot. Jackson works to the front. Witts got the clearance, hammers it wide. Pearce, Farah, boundary line, almost a win. He was happy to slap it and get a ball in, and they can reset, and everyone's just trying to get their heart race down at the moment.
Midfield battle going to be so crucial. The Suns have won the clearances in 19 of their 23 games this season. Best record in the AFL. As they go to work here, it'll be the Dockers through Jackson and Clark, who was looking for a free kick. Socket forward by Gold Coast. Pearce overran it. Farrick claimed it nicely. Away to Long to the 50. Tumbling ball needs a bounce. Rolling end on end. It takes the break, but not quite enough for the Suns, and another behind to start.
And that will be the challenge. If you go to the Pearce-Farah contest, as soon as that ball hits the ground, that will advantage Farah. So that will be the challenge for Alex Pearce.
Chapman pulled the kick late. He was thinking Bolton initially, but he goes to Erasmus instead. Worked with us earlier on, the two subs, Swallow and Fife.
You just see here no one's pressing up on the mark, so they're just trying to congest the middle part of the ground, forcing this long kick down the line.
And for one of those two, Swallow or Fife, it'll be their last game of their careers, and for the other, they can continue on and maybe insert your game 250 this year. David Swallow and Nat Fife, game 248 for them in this one, as we see Damien Harwick. He's seen this movie before. Premiership coach, 3-time premiership coach for the Tigers.
How vital that experience be as he's led his team to this position. Tracy up the line, just couldn't hang on.
I'll tell you one thing, Bucks, the stoppages are open. I mean, quite often, how many times do we see two teams send in one half forward, two half forwards into the stoppage, make it really congested? It seems that both teams are happy to keep their 6 forwards ahead of the ball, creating a lot of space in and around that stoppage.
Witts to the front, had the run at it, just tries to handball forward to some space. Bolton was important, got it to Brayshaw, back for Bolton, trying to work through some traffic as he does so nimbly. Through back to Brayshaw, stabs the kick, to Sarong. Dudley was there, flicked it back up quickly. Sarong inside 50. Voss! Freo got the break on the wing, and they get the mark inside 50.
That's the first Fremantle run and carry with Bolton under pressure and then getting it started, and that's a sleight of hand. I don't know if there was a fist there, but it was definitely sleight of hand. It's the first time in front of the ball that a Docker has been able to win the contest. The Suns had controlled that back half. They'd been able to win most of those contests.
And Patrick Voss been in great form. 18 goals across his last 6 games. For the first one of this elimination final, Patrick Voss, Freo's finals fellowship, starts at the side of the prancing pony.
Try and catch him. He's he's an excitement machine, isn't he? He gets the crowd involved, and there's a heap of them here. There was a work of Shea Bolton in and around the contest, didn't accept being tackled, had to come skinny. He knew that the inside was congested. Then it was Sarong that just got forward. So I think that kick was meant for him. But then it was Dudley that had to clean it up, had to be clean. The Gold Coast players were closing in on him, and then the leading lane just opened up. This kick here, to not hold on to it, and then find Brayshaw, and then not blaze away, try and find a target. Just went over Sarong's head here, look at that. And then the leading lane opened up.
You got away with one?
Yeah, fist on it. Benefit of the doubt.
Voss seems made for this moment. Had some calm there. Sarong gets the clearance, all important clearance. Reed couldn't trap it. About to pounce back on it. Lays a tackle, steals it somehow. Back to Sarong. Amazing. A bullet pass. Ricochets through to Hewlin. Caught one high, nearly lost an ear.
Stand.
It was just too quick for Amos. But once again, the handball from Murphy Reid. They're sharp with their hands at the moment.
Anderson is going to send it long up the line. Witts with the reach. Darcy in there too. Rao with strength. Jackson had him collared. And now Miller. Butterick. They'll get it around the boundary, or will they? Great pressure again. Banfield that time off the boot of Weller. Forces it out for a boundary throw, and there's a little bit going on after the fact, and just the skills of the youngster in Murphy Reid.
And this will be the challenge, I think, for Gold Coast, to try and find ways to shut the crowd out of it. With those acts like that from Banfield, keep them well involved.
Darcy and Witts down to Young. Weaved his way past a couple. Sarong has started brilliantly. Needed a better bounce than that. Collins read it to perfection. Gave it up to Weller. Ex-Docker got a handball. Murphy Reid. And Slick again. How good is the kid? O'Meara in game 200. Inside kick. Tracy can't mark it. Landed like a cat. Danced away from a couple. Outside of the boot. Can he get the bounce? He did, but it didn't quite go. Hewlin.
Yeah, well done.
Got high. He had 2 to beat.
Terrific effort by Hewlin. Nearly one-on-one with Bolton in the square. That's a big win.
Not a place you want to be as a defender. He played it so well. Noble down the line, but Ryan across to chop it off. So now it's Fremantle's turn to play the game in their forward half.
Collins has started well too for the Suns.
Ryan short for Banfield.
They haven't kicked a goal yet, but the Suns across the board look like they've started well. They look sharp, they're moving the ball well, they're winning a lot of contests. The Dockers have just taken their chances when they've come.
Banfield towards Amos and Darcy. Out the back, Powell. Dudley puts the pressure on. Boundary line beats them both. Terrific atmosphere to start.
This is where Luke Jackson can be dangerous. Inside the stoppage is a midfielder.
Darcy in the ruck with Witts as they lock up. He punches it into the corridor. It's a dangerous spike. Trying to take it was Jeffrey, and then Collins, Andrew, a little fumbly. Tracy trying to put some pressure on O'Driscoll now, and they swarm them and hold it inside 50. Just a couple of nervous moments back there in defence for the Suns.
That hit from Darcy surprised everyone. Looked like trying to be a midfielder running onto that one. 30 metres away.
O'Driscoll back into the lineup. Dudley back into the lineup for Fremantle. Here is the Darcy-Jackson combo to Young. This is way past a couple. Chip kick Warner to the goal square. It's a little wide, and Collins.
He's been
A strange one there, that he went for a half pass, half shot to Noble. Good dance step. Weller with some poise, hoping for Ainsworth. Didn't go for it in the end. He caught his mate in. Reid, good grab, takes off. Another young gun is having a fantastic first season. King manhandled a little. No free, yes free.
He's just trying to keep him out so Ryan could come over the top as the third man in.
69 goals for the season. He's had an amazing year.
Recovered quite well here, Freo.
Just puts it up in hope. And will the Lippers go up? In the end, Reid put one paw in the air. Still dangerous. Darcy in confined spaces to Cox, to Banfield. Wobbles it out. Front spot. Brayshaw can't mark. Kept it in front. Live ball. Hammered towards the boundary. And is that an overzealous tackle from Ryan? No. All fair. All fair.
He put the whistle away. But it's an important centre forward intercept for or stoppage for the Gold Coast Suns. What they don't want is Fremantle to mark the ball and then be in control.
Witt's front position. Darcy with strength shoved him out of the way. Not an easy thing to do. Tracy and Andrew lock up. Spills down. Powell got it through to Weller. Suns inside 50. It was a wobbly kick, but it worked perfectly. Onto the chest of Long, and a chance for the Suns first.
Once again, the Mac-Andrew contest there with his ability to get front spot on Tracy and then to be able to draw this ground ball. The Suns' key defenders have been excellent. Hewland, Andrews, Collins, outside of that hit-up mark to Voss for their Dockers goal. The Suns' defenders have been on top.
Ben Long had a terrific season, 43 goals, a career best notch for him. He sends it goalward. He kicks the first for the Gold Coast in their first ever final, and the Suns are on their way.
Yeah, I've been impressed with how they've come out. There's no sign of being overawed. They're in an enemy territory. Despite the fact that Freo kicked the first goal, I thought they've been sharper at ground level. They've been really clean in the contest. I think they're the ones that are taking the game on. They're the ones that are pressuring the opposition. Fremantle did have that rebound to goal that gave them a chance to get on the scoreboard. But for the most part, it's been the Suns in the early stages of this game that have been able to, I suppose, take the whip hand of the game and take it on themselves.
Love this kick. It was a bit of a grubber kick in the end, but it was the angle that caught Ryan out. I think that's how you get this Fremantle defence. A little bit of speed on the ball further afield and certainly changing the angles going inside forward 50, not allowing them to zone off and impact in the air.
Two teams that have never won an AFL flag. Young, caught, stripped, Davies wrapped him, could have been ball, probably should have been ball. Umpire said, keep rolling, boys. They have put the whistle away. Miller going against the grain. Witts tried to flick it up to him. Brayshaw read his mind, picked his pocket, went to O'Driscoll. He turned it over. Anderson knew exactly what he was doing. Plants his foot into it long. Reed's under it. Cost couldn't mark it. Knocked it down. Ryan, his problem. He slips. Chapman caught. Great tackle. Taken to the deck. Ball up.
You see there the numbers into the screen from the Suns. As soon as they go inside their forward 50, they are charging forward to apply frontal pressure.
Darcy the hit out. Get it out of there. Davies to Anderson. Kick to the pocket. King knocked down. Ryan, Docker's defence scrambles and he scores the try back over the goal line. And it's allowed to go. Enough pressure in an elimination final.
Yeah, but once again, they're finding space. Those forward 50 stoppages, they are finding space on the defensive side. Fiorini found it before. Anderson found it that time.
Not being overawed at the moment. The Suns, 15th year in the competition, first final. Risen from 13th last year, new one under Damien Hardwick. Here they are in game one of the finals of 2025. Young slams his boot into that, gets it towards that Collins-Amos battle. Knocked down beautifully by Jeffrey. Spear pass to Weller is good, lace out.
That's the mark you need, just to settle everything down. Then you're allowed to assess what's further afield.
Weller. Former Docker himself. Down the line they go. Witts in the pack. Brought it to ground. Humphrey trying to use his strength. Is held up.
Thanks, Bailey.
So this is just his stoppage here. It is outside forward 50, so they might not get the space. They got inside forward 50, but defensive side seems to be where
It's turned into
space is.
a beautiful evening for footy after a lot of wet weather in the last 24, 48 hours. As Banfield down the line. Suns have some numbers. There was a hold and a high free kick. It goes Tracy's way.
Can they go quick? They've got options on.
Hendrick down the line. Tracy worked himself into trouble, then just flicks a handball sideways. O'Meara there, and boundary line, a wasted opportunity.
He just didn't need to play on. You can still look further afield and assess your options without stepping off the mark.
The fact he wasn't straightened up to go behind the mark was interesting in itself.
Quite a few players out there without any finals experience at all. Brilliant atmosphere. Back into play. Darcy, front spot against him, Reid. Ball down to Bolton. Spears one towards half-forward attacking 50. Is that a free? Is a push and shove? Tracy claimed he should have got it, and he danced back as if he thought he was getting it, and he's not getting it.
I'll tell you what, there'll be players out there whose lungs are screaming already.
Conditions down here still a bit slippery, gents. It's a lot of rain across Perth the last 24 hours or so, so still pretty slippery and a bit of a breeze for the Dockers.
Darcy hammers it towards goal. He needs a kind bounce. Nearly got it. Hewlin, double-handed slap out of Collins. Pumps it in the Reid direction. Nearly hit him in the snout. It'll work. If Rowell pounces and goes, he's got King in a one-on-one with Cox. Over the top, race on. King, the paddle, the run, the poke. He's doing the jog. Can he get a toe? He did, but it's offline.
He just couldn't get the ball out further enough.
Great play by both players. You know, Ben King's athleticism, and that's a little dig, isn't it?
It is volleyball.
So not quite a.
In our game, it's a throw.
The volleyball set, ready for the spike.
Ball is behind. Check the touch the post, please.
We get the score review.
Review
just to
underway.
see if it touched the behind post on the way through.
As we're going through this, you know, that play of King to be able to put the ball out in front of him, but then for Cox to not give the free kick away, but to hassle him enough to be able to put that pressure on, it was excellent play. We got Snicko on a behind post.
We don't normally.
on a boundary post, sorry.
No, we don't normally on the behind post, but
Review complete. Looking at these angles, there is insufficient evidence to determine if the ball hits the behind post or not. Decision on the scoreboard.
might have to chip in for that next year, maybe. Snicker on the behind posts at all finals venues.
Worth these days?
I'm not
Exercise.
sure.
But it stays with the umpire's call, which was a behind to begin with. Freo was set up for that, so they take it through Clark. All-Australian this season towards Tracy, off hands. Jackson did it well athletically. Bolton had it pitched. Rioli, he knows him so well, and he took it away. A quick kick forward, and it's chopped off by Banfield. And they want to go aggressively with a switch. Brayshaw
middle
looks through the centre, opens up for Erasmus. Got there just in time. Jeffrey gave up a free kick.
professional free kick by Jeffrey.
Freo want to go quick. Out to Brayshaw, looks up, drives it low. It was short of Voss. Reid in the way. Davies was clean. Now Rao. Handball set up. And now good tackle by O'Driscoll. And it will hold things up. Very much an arm wrestle as Ainsworth gets back to his feet in this first quarter of the elimination final.
You see there, Rioli knew exactly what Bolton wanted to do.
Go after it at ground level. Rowell in there, fighting. And we'll get a ball up again.
1 goal far behind to 1 goal.
Reid, Jackson. Rao couldn't quite trap it. Jackson does. Flicks it wide for Bolton. O'Driscoll got a couple of good touches early. Murphy Reid, what a superstar he is. And how about that? Lace out with a ribbon on it for Amos.
And that's another stoppage clearance. They're +4 across the game now to be able to get their best scoring opportunities has come from stoppage. They've been in a structured forward line where they've been able to run and carry and break the game down and then trust their better ball users to be able to hit targets. Amos that time been able to tick lead and get Collins on the back foot to be able to come back up at him.
Massive crowd in here at Opera Stadium. They are ready to burst. It's across the face. Is he going to score? It is. Only a behind. He has had the yips occasionally. Giannis.
I think the Dockers are relying heavily on stoppage. I mean, both of their scores have come from that source there. There are 4 clearances up in terms of differential, but the Suns around the ground are +8 up in post-clearance ground ball. So their ability to outnumber around the ground looks better than the Dockers in general play.
Which is what Dimmer spoke about pre-game, outnumbering at the contest.
And Noble with the footy. He'll just set it high and long up the wing. Some tall targets there. Pearce in the middle of three sons, knocked it down. Young with a handball. Frederick waited for it. Was well attacked by Jeffrey, and a terrific tackle to bring him down. He's rewarded. Sarong with a vice-like grip wins the free kick. Jeffrey was just tweaked in that tackle. Kick goes in. Frederick back with it. Power with the punch. Reed is tackled and will be held up inside 50.
He's up and running at the moment, so he doesn't look too bad, but it looked like it could have been nasty. Just bending back on that right knee. Great tackle by Sarong.
Have a look at the pressure factor there, over 200, and that's a goal-saving or a score-saving tackle.
Rail, get the hands clear. Ainsworth back in, did well. Fiorini down low, coughed it up to O'Meara. Clark, Young, will get back on his left boot. Looks up, he's lethal from that position. And now to Murphy Reid. He had Bolton on in the pocket. Reid waited and found him.
Sorry, perhaps he just didn't see him early enough. He could have been on a better angle if he had have turned straight away, Murphy Reid, and maybe used his left foot, but found him in the end. And this is the type of play that can kick him from anywhere.
Shea Bolton has been there and done it before in big games. Two-time premiership winner with the Tigers. Big name off-season recruit for Fremantle. We're looking for him to step up and try to make the difference in those big moments. He bellies that one, Voss attacks it, ball still alive. The Suns in defence do well. Davies, Andrew, Noble, and he finds Butterick in the pocket.
He might have hurt himself in that contest, Voss too. He's up now, but it was a big collision.
He doesn't go at anything half-hearted. McAndrew. Had to switch to Collins, he ignored that, and he mumbles it down the middle, and that could be dangerous. Frederick hands it up. Bolton, well, he knew what he wanted to do, but he had to pick up the ball first. Back to Frederick. Palms it back out. Voss looks okay now. Part of the seas went between them. Bolton, the little shrug, the little push off. The kick is horrible. Noble will get and go. They've got the spare man.
They need to find a mark because there's no one to kick to.
Down the spine. Reid was there for the Suns. Jack's on the rebound, and he found Brayshaw at full stretch.
Yeah, and that was the challenge going out of their back end. Defensive stability from Fremantle. It was 4v2 in favour of Fremantle. So the kick just probably had to go a little bit wider to grass.
Just a miss kick.
Still going back into numbers, and that's a turnover.
So
Dangerous.
Whenever Shea Bolton has the ball in the forward 50, he's in one-track mind, isn't he? He's thinking, I'm going to kick this goal.
So Brayshaw from right on the arc. From 49 in the end, maybe got too close to the man on the mark, and he hasn't scored, or has he? They're going to have a chat about this. Touched, hit the post, ball in.
Luke. Well, they got 11 inside 50s. Fremantle for one goal. But a few opportunities, a few really good looks at it as well.
Particularly in the last 10 minutes. They've had it inside their forward 50. Darcy down to the front. Bolton aggressive again. And the tackle stray high. Fiorini is held up.
That's what he does, though. He starts defensive side, and when given the opportunity, he just flashes through.
Quickly thrown up. Witts. Young trying to crash his way through. Two Suns have got him.
Thanks. Sean, Jared, coming that way, guys.
Bolton had the 8 disposals. Brayshaw 8, Young 6.
Witts, as the rain begins to tumble. Darcy threw that one out. And the free kick will go to Gold Coast to just relieve a bit of that pressure.
Just need to try and find a mark between the arcs at Gold Coast. They've just been forced to kick to a contest, and this is where Fremantle have defended really well.
Footy going to be a little bit harder to move with that rain coming down. As Sarong tackled by Anderson. Rao in there. Pearce and Young have him. And a bit of treatment for Jai Amos on the bench.
Behind you, buddy. Thanks.
Alex Pearce is playing really high tonight. He's been up to the ground a lot, so they're trying to isolate Luke Ryan deeper with Ben Long. That's an interesting matchup the Suns are trying to employ.
Greatest docker of all time, Matthew Palace downstairs for us on Fox Footy. Great to have your company. O'Meara feeds one wide. The ex-Sun in game 200, Jager O'Meara, 44 games for the Gold Coast, 99 for the Hawks.
The other matchup that the Dockers have settled with is Brennan Cox to play on Ben King deep, which means that Pearce is on Ethan Reid and roaming far and wide up through the midfield at times.
So some real concerns there for one of Freo's forwards in Jai Amos, getting that treatment on the bench. As the Dockers will go through Chapman, up towards Jackson in a wrestle, was held onto by Collins. We'll want to get it in quickly. Tracy's the deepest to the forwards. Jackson just tees it up, sends it in that direction. Pack flies, Bolton weighted down. So did Frederick. It pinballs around. Reed gets creative. O'Driscoll didn't have the right shoe.
Right.
He went and tried to get back on the left as Amos heads down into the rooms. Concerns there for the Dockers. Boundary throwing.
You don't have an opposite foot, you won't find time to find your left foot in that situation. You need to be competent on both sides of your body.
Yeah, they dropped him a few weeks ago. They've brought him back in this week. Rioli slick-handed. Trapped initially by Noble. Got it to Weller. And now Miller released the pressure. Long's going to have to really motor to get there, and he did. Can't mark it, but knocked it toward the boundary, and Farah will take either. It's a ball in.
Long speed was excellent in that contest, but Ryan did just enough to bring the ball to ground.
What's been made of Murphy Reed's season, 5 disposals, hasn't wasted a possession yet.
No, we'll find out shortly whether Matthew Pavlich picked him for the Rising Star. We'll head down to you shortly.
Do you tell us?
There's a panel. There's a panel. It's not just my vote.
That's what Buck says.
Brayshaw goes wide, and Erasmus hassled across the line.
Pav bullies everyone.
You all blame each other.
2:46 remains in this opening quarter of the elimination final. Neither team really able to take advantage in this first quarter. Darcy and Whitlock up again. Sarong in there. Back heel. Spill away. Flanders on the boot. Just sends it forward. Pearce lost it. Goes back. Finds it again. Erasmus. Sarong. The Dockers build off half back. Clark, they love to have it in his hands. High ball goes inside 50. Collins, the spoil. Frederick in the spill. And they can run it all the way to goal. Oh, he's hit the post. He's missed it. Could have run all the way in. He skidded it along the ground and thudded into the woodwork. And a chance goes begging.
It's a big miss. The rain, the ball's not going to grip. You just got to drop putt that straight through. Straighten yourself up.
Outside of the right, no left as well. That's the weird part. O'Driscoll takes the mark.
Just undid all the good work, that transition work from back half.
It's finals pressure as well. O'Driscoll launches it. Who's going to fly here? Voss, front spot. Tougher ball to mark now. Murphy Reed still the one grab player that he's been all season. Slippery ball for Mosto. Flings its way toward the boundary. Banfield. And the umpire says, oh, no, well, they're having a chat here. Just having a chat between them. Insufficient intent. They had to get together to four them. Not sure it was 2 and 2 when they all voted the same, but maybe it was a 3-1 majority on it.
Well, it's always the umpire that Hayes deliberate that just sort of gets the say, doesn't he? Not a last 10 inside 50s, Fremantle.
Up the line go the Suns. King in the pack. After it, Brennan Cox. It's a handball forward. Noble will get it away now to Jeffrey. There's a whistle and advantage. Goes the way of the Suns. The advantage wasn't really there for them, but they retain possession. Rao, Fiorini. Late chance here for Gold Coast. High ball. King rising. Takes a terrific grab. In fact, paid a chop of the arms. Had good purchase in the one there with Pearce.
Stand there for me, thanks.
He did. It was good body work by both players, so they both gave themselves an opportunity.
Just had to grab over that arm there. That's a good decision. And King drew that because he ran and went to the highest point. But geez, this is an important kick. I mean, the Suns have settled really well. They've controlled a lot of play. They've been on their back foot for the last 8 or 9 inside entries for the Dockers.
69 goals for the season. He's one behind Tomlich for all-time Suns goal kickers in the club's history as he lines it up from 50 and he sprays it out to the right. So both clubs just missing some opportunities in this opening quarter of the elimination final.
And he's had this, Jen, sorry, just quickly, still downstairs, so he's getting checked with his foot. The doctor's back up, so we'll keep an eye on him at quarter time. Jai Amos with a foot issue at the moment.
Thanks, Pav. Long launch. Witz goes with a fist and knocks it toward the boundary. He's had a ridiculous accuracy rate this year. Ben King. 69 goals, 19. 69-20 now after that behind, but that's what finals can do.
It's good going.
Is the score.
The positives from the Gold Coast side, 8 inside 50s, 7 scores. They do get it in there.
Seconds tick down to quarter time. Maybe a last roll of the dice here for the Suns. Rao hunted down by Sarong. Fiorini floats, and getting back to save the day is Warner, and he knows exactly how long left. Quarter time, elimination final, full house of the stadium, not a spare seat here. Great to have your company on Fox Footy. Don't forget tonight, yes, tonight, first crack coming your way. Can't wait for that on.
Okay guys, it's gonna be another 6-minute timer on, so okay guys. Yeah, I'll see how long it's gonna be. Alright, so we know the scores from the last 2 games, because, or would say 1 game, because I didn't stream that game. Hawthorn with GWS. Hawthorn won with GWS by 19 points. And Gold Coast Suns is up by 4 points. Collingwood is straight to the Premier Final. And Geelong is straight into the Premier Final. So, Hawthorn's gonna verse LA Crows. And the winner of this match will be versing Brisbane Lions. Which, technically, Gold Coast Suns should be playing in Brisbane if they win. If Fremantle win, I don't think these 2 sides will make grand final, but we'll wait and see. So GWS is out. That was elimination final 1. And this is number 2. We've got 1 minute, guys. Chat to yourselves for 1 minute. Alright, I'll check how long now. Oh, it's about to start. Okay. I will have the live chat on.
One stage there before that run and carry that led to the Frederick point. Fremantle had 44 handballs for only 4 metres gained. They've been forced to feed back. And even though Gold Coast pressure numbers aren't huge, they put themselves in positions that's forced Fremantle to go back to their free player rather than to be able to run through them forward.
The Suns with the early lead, a 4-point advantage after a quarter of footy. Elimination final, Optus Stadium, Saturday night as we're underway, and Davies held up immediately by Brayshaw.
Davies looks like he's been flipped across. Brayshaw with 11 touches in that first quarter. Look after him for a little bit.
Jackson with the hit out down. Rao got it on the move. Able to extract it and send it tumbling to half forward. Awkward one for Chapman. Farah tried to pinch it. Jackson back involved again as they burrow in, and Humphrey is held up.
Just quickly, boys, Jai Amos, he was treated a lot throughout that first quarter and at quarter time, but he's back out there opposed to Sam Collins.
It's good news for Fremantle as Rao getting damaging with just brute strength to rip it out of the contest. Swings it inside 50, spilt past Long. The Suns in there, Humphrey, it parted for him again. Left foot snap, high ball, wafting, floating, goalward! Humphrey with a ripper! The Suns off to a hot start in the second term.
We'll have a look at that absolute brute strength from 2 players in distinctive parts of the ground. Matt Rao first, the inside to out, not accepting the tackle, being able to drive his legs and break through, and then Bailey Humphrey doing exactly the same. There's 2 players here that have got a hold of Rao. He's running away from goal to be able to find that space. And then Humphreys here probably had a couple of feedback opportunities, but thought, nah, I'm going to go against the grain onto my non-preferred and give it a show, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
She'd had to come back a fair way. He was celebrating for about 10 seconds, just waiting for the ball to go through.
He's got his strength back. He had some knee issues this season, but he's back and firing at the right time for the Suns. Bailey Humphrey.
18-8. So
they get confidence from that particular play, you're right. Brute strength by both players.
On down to Rowell and Bolton. Little flick up was legal. Sarong bangs it long. Voss edged out. Edged under it a little. Will collect from Davies. McAndrew a little untidy. Amir relays the tackle on the umpire. Says I'll split the difference. And Braden Fiorini will hand it to him.
Just a quick scan of the players that are rated higher. Davies is the highest rated player. Yulin, Collins and Rioli next. The back 6 of the Suns have been able to stand up and rebound.
So Noble handed it up. Dangerous area to go inside with the kick, but Anderson, right spot, right time, looks around. He wants the corridor. Maybe bit off more than he could chew there. He's got 3 to beat Miller. Knocked away from him. Rao in the hole. Good spin, turn. Found Fiorini. Heads out wide to Witts. Not your run and carry guy. Big, slow bit of treacle running down the wing. High towards half forward. Davies hunted down by Clark. Races all happen.
Yeah, I don't know whether he knew that Clark was on his tail, but he just had to keep that ball moving forward with either a tap or a little surge kick. As soon as he grabbed it, then he became a really easy player to tackle.
Bolton landing a little awkwardly in that tackle. Took a while to get back to his feet. Ball with Pearce, who's fighting for it. Anderson threw a toe at it. O'Meara, Sarong, Chapman. And they keep a cool head out of defence. Ryan to a one-on-one. Andrew and Tracy just held the arm out for separation.
Yeah, it was clever, knew where the drop of the ball was.
Up the line to the other big target in Voss, hands to it. Ewan lost his feet. Frederick over the top, gets another chance out into the pocket. Amos!
It was a good contest by Voss to not go to ground. Ewan was the one that went to ground. He just kept it in front, then he knew Frederick was on over the top. So a little loopy handball to keep the play going. Just there, really hard to keep your feet in a big, strong contest like that. And then once again, the leading lane just opened up and Amos took his chance.
Had a shot earlier. Missing with the drop punt. He wants to kick it around the body. The whip action to perfection.
Fremantle back to it. They kick the
It
second
looked like he was maybe
goal.
out of the game at one stage late on in that first quarter, getting some treatment with an injury.
It's
But a big
14 to
response
18.
coming back onto the field
Back
and
to
kicking a goal
4
for Freo.
Excellent finish. And
Did not look like missing.
such an important goal for the Dockers to get. They did have field position for a good chunk of that first quarter towards the end, but they've been able to, their three most damaging bits of offense have come from half-back with a bit of run and carry, and then they find that hit-up player. So winning this contest here, low number, even-numbered contest, over the top of Frederick with time and space, and the few opportunities they have had time and space that the Suns have been able to give it to them, then the Dockers have taken advantage of it. 2 goals from that source.
Fremantle needed
Back
it.
in the middle.
Amos needed it. And the crowd lifts the volume. They needed it as well. Jackson, Witts, ball knocked down to Anderson. Couldn't trap it. Young, little poke on to get it to half forward. Howe met it front on, lost it. It's in there to be scooped out. Brayshaw, dainty little kick. Back Andrew, got a fist on it. Gonna have to follow up. Left it behind, was half held. Scooped out to Erasmus. Launches long and nails it big time.
Fremantle! It's 3 goals, 2 runs. 2 goals, 6 runs. It's 20 to 18.
Fremantle back in front by 2.
They've gone bang bang there, haven't they? And it's actually their hands from the inside to outside on this occasion that was able to get it done. You know, if it's not a Sarong, it's Young. If it's not Young, it's Murphy Red. He just seems to find and know exactly where his exits are before he goes and wins the ball. That's a great finish. And just the last minute or so, the Dockers have got this air about them when they do get going, that they're going to have a good patch. So the Suns need to hold up right here, right now, as the Dockers make their run into this match.
It's when sides play well, isn't it? When you can control the inside and not get sucked in. So it's probably Fiorini on this time, get sucked in a little bit.
We've got the live chat
And the
happening.
Dockers hold their width and finish.
Erasmus has really cemented his spot in the Dockers lineup this season, particularly in the second half of it. He's brought the crowd right into it. The Suns wanting to respond now. Rowell having a big say in the middle. Davies, they get it out to Weller, who loves to run to the 50. He can send it goalward. Off target, wrestles on. Humphrey!
It was a really strong one-on-one. He'll go again here.
He'll step around, snap it through for the goal, and the Suns hit back immediately.
Suns are back
It's a
in
quick
4
response.
points.
So that's good signs, but once again we talk about the inside-outside balance. I think it was Erasmus that got drawn into the contest, which allowed the Gold Coast Suns to continue on with that transition from the wing position and get the ball deep inside forward 50. So you just see here left of screen, just get sucked in. You got to hold your width as a winger. And then it was Weller, takes a bounce, goes inside forward 50, and then he's able to drive that ball deep to a genuine one-on-one. As a winger, if you come in, you have to impact. You cannot allow your opponent to get to the outside.
For both teams, 14 scores across the beginning of this match, and 9 of them have come from stoppage. So there hasn't been a lot of good offense in transition that has been able to be rewarded in scores. The defensive transition has dominated for the most part, but out of stoppage seems to be where the danger lies.
Rain stopped. 3 goals in the space of less than 2 minutes of actual game time. So dry conditions, still a little slippery on the deck, but the hands are clean. And Rao's off and running. The clearance beast heads toward King. Clean bowl, Pearce under the hammer, re-wrapped him immediately. Ball still in dispute. Clark out wide, and Banfield almost content to let that go out, and they can all take a deep breath. See the two coaches. Damien Harwick's second season as coach, 14 seasons, 3 premierships for the Tigers.
Witts to the front position. He took it out of there, got his boot to it. O'Meara had to commit, long in there too, laying a tackle. O'Meara went back again, ball at the feet of Reid. Erasmus wraps him up. Absorbing contest. There's no tomorrow for the loser of this one. The winner to go through to play the Lions in a semi-final. Toe poke forward, not 15. Alex Pearce held up. Erasmus, Ryan, Banfield, Brayshaw on the boot. So look away, kick up the line. Dudley was there, couldn't hang on, but it spilled to Tracy. They reversed roles. Now to half forward. Amos couldn't take it going back. Collins, always solid. Defeated away. Now Jeffrey. He can get it moving back in the opposite direction. The Suns to build and find some space. Ainsworth.
Can they make them pay? They let a few opportunities out there. Fremantle on that occasion.
There's a big lead from Reid that was ignored. He's going to go longer instead. King in the pack, out the back. All the Dockers are up. Butterick out the back. Sockers the goal. And the Suns strike again.
Suns by 8. No, Suns by 10.
That was a big contest. King, Witts was involved. And they just couldn't, Fremantle, the defenders, they couldn't keep that ball in the front. You've got to try and keep the ball in the front. You see there, they let it over the back, and that's when Butterick got his chance. And it was off the back of a Fremantle transition play where just a couple of really good, clean possessions probably meant they were going to kick a goal at the other end. So that is a big play against the momentum.
10 points.
That entry there is probably the one that David Hardwick was talking about. There was a hit-up lead in Ethan Reid. He was really well and truly clear. Alex Pearce dropped off. But that kick from Ainsworth, a little bit deeper, ends up going over the top. The Suns believe that the Dockers are vulnerable for those deeper entries, and they were right on that occasion.
We'll talk about how big a night it is for David Swallow. Been a Sun since the dawn of time, but Connor Butterick, former Suns Academy captain as well. Playing his first final. His little brother was at the club for a while as well. He's living the dream. Darcy, Mongrels, want to tumble apart. Tough to grab, but not for Voss.
How often do you see that when there's a contest that looks like it's the one in Tracy and Andrews that's going to compete for that ball? But once again, hands out of stoppage. This is another opportunity for a score from stoppage, and Voss just keeps coming in and chops his way out. Had the hands up. I don't know if the eyes were seeing that, but they stuck.
It's an amazing story. Just game 27, mature age recruit. And he's been the man in this game so far, as he has been for this season.
That's the 4 points for the Suns.
The scoring's really opened up now, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've spoken about it a few times, just the hands in and around congestion from Fremantle to let them continue on with the play. Same again in the middle of the ground. Just 1, 2, 3 handballs, quick, bang, then you're away. Darcy out the front of the stoppage. And then what that does, it promotes forward movement. So Voss v Ulan, I think I'd be isolating that matchup if I'm Fremantle at the moment. And getting Voss into a really strong position to compete one-on-one against Ulan.
You see Shea Bolton there, gents. Physio on the left there, he came off and wanted to have a chat to the physio, so he's working really hard on that right hamstring, right up, almost near his buttock. So we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe it's just a quick check, but hopefully not a significant injury there for Shea Bolton.
Thanks, Pat. Back in the middle we go. A goal out of the clearance, the last time out of the centre for Fremantle. Sarong worked hard to get there to O'Driscoll, to Young, that raking left foot kick up to the 50. Collins, big double spike away. Dudley lays a tackle on Jeffrey, held it a while, and it's going to be a ball up.
Sam Collins, whether matched up with his direct opponent or loose as a +1 when the Suns have the ball in their front half, has been excellent so far tonight.
Look at the kick in there from Miller to Witts to Flanders and out to Reid, who had control of it, copped a little nudge from Ryan, who infringed and gave away the free.
Yeah, Collins is number 4 in the AFL this year for intercept marks, but has the knack of knowing when to lend a hand for others with the punch and not go for the mark. And he's having another good night at the office here. King can't get the run at it. Rasmus had a chance at it, but kind of misread it or ran under it, one of the two. Tossed to Cox. Chapman. Cox going backwards rather than forwards. On the back pedal that kick. Reid can't mark it. The two Reids out there. Reid plucked it from Reid, and the umpire says, I'll have it to sort it out.
Reluctant to switch the ball in that occasion, Fremantle. Probably had a chance. Decided to come back skinny towards congestion.
Witts the hit out. Erasmus, though, swallowed in a big tackle by Humphrey, who lets him know about it.
Back it out, guys. Sean, Jared.
Terrific contest so far. Sarong burrows in and under and earns himself a free.
Time back on, stand.
See how aggressive they'll be here with this particular kick.
He's had more clearances in a season, Caleb Sarong, than any other Docker in the club's history. He continues to rack them up. Won the free kick there. High ball, though. Made it tough for Tracy. Andrew with a long reach, had to knock it down. Murphy Reid got them going quickly. In towards Young, just fumbling at his knees, couldn't find it. And the help arrives for the Suns. Powell, good tackle away by Erasmus. It stays in play. Weller, he sends it up the line. Humphrey involved. Banfield there. Clark committed. Bodies flying in. Clark goes again. Brayshaw dispossessed. Suns now with some numbers. Anderson tackle. That's a tough footy to win. He threw it away. Holding the ball. Great contest. Finals footy.
That is fantastic by both teams.
You mentioned number 1 for clearances. Sarong is number 2 in the AFL this year for clearances. 11 behind Matty Rowell, who's number 1 coming into this game. So we've got 1 and 2 out there in the competition. Head-to-head, Sarong not being tagged. Has been tagged a few times effectively this year. Great contest. Long kick. It's a 4-pack. McAndrew got a hand on it. Ball hits the deck. Young tried to go off the carpet, and he did with an inside kick. And Rioli gets 50. So Dudley got a bit too close, didn't come back, and now Rioli can launch one here.
I reckon Rioli gave him time. He played on straight away.
It did look like that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Trigger finger there from the umpire.
Gee, they've done well to hold them up, though, Fremantle.
Yeah.
Hold them up and then force a kick sideways. It's a good defensive effort.
McAndrew. He's got Jeffrey out wide. Father played 90 games, but never played in a final. Joel's playing in one tonight. Off hands. A little too wide, you'd think, for Fiorini. He was taken out.
Just keeping an eye on Luke Jackson down here on the bench. He's also getting some treatment on a hand, so getting it re-strapped. So Freo just with a couple of concerns for both key playmakers, Bolden up and ready to go. Jackson getting his hand strapped.
Physios for Freo having a lot of work to do through this first half. As Witts, dominant hit out there. Anderson just couldn't take it with him, but found it again. Ground level from 50. Put it on the boot. High one. Back to the square. King trying to recover, but Brennan Cox sees it across to the safety of a rush behind.
Yeah, I think Anderson and Rao maybe just after that kick maybe could have lowered his eyes and not blazed away from a really tough position. I mean, it would have been an awesome goal if it had gone through, but low percentage.
Beautiful sight, this magnificent stadium. Full for tonight. And how about the read from Reid? Handball's too slick. Bolton mopped it up. Erasmus around his body. Couldn't get to Murphy Reid. Jeffrey. Miller. Just delayed it a sec. Went to Ethan Reid. Bumbles it to half forward. Tied off the deck, and that doesn't work. It does work to hold. Play on advantage, though. Long launch. Murphy Reid holds his ground. Bang! Free kick.
Gee, I'd like another look at that. I thought he may have got his hand on it, but maybe he didn't. But
it depends where his eyes are. They're nearly accepted as front-on contact now, regardless of where the player's eyes are. They're Suns coming in to defend. That's the second one. Obviously, Voss gave away that free kick to Yuland earlier for that front-on contact.
It was a good comment. Murphy Reid did well to stand under the ball.
I think you've probably got to get your fist to the ball for that to be acceptable.
So not all body and arm has to be a little bit of Sharon.
I agree.
That's a fair call. Murphy Reid now.
Fremantle to put him in back in front.
Game
by
24.
1 point.
Had an amazing year. For the lead back. And shows how classy he is. Shaken but not
32
stirred.
to 31.
There's not a lot of quiet in Murphy Reid, is there? He's a little loud, but geez, he backs it up, and he's been excellent throughout his first year, his first season exposure at the game. He just looks like a footballer. He knows exactly where to be at the right time. Clean hands, great use. Leaving his eyes on the ball to put his body on the line, knowing that contact is going to come there, and then the wherewithal to be able to go back and finish.
Hasn't wasted possession. So he's up to 10 possessions, 3 kicks, 7 handballs, 100%. Harwick, I don't think, thought it was a free kick, but terrific finish.
One thing that jumps off the stat sheet is the tackles.
32-7.
Suns have only had 17 tackles. You know, Fremantle had more of the balls, 15 more touches, but Suns have only had 17 tackles, Fremantle 32.
The Dockers have hit the lead. The crowd getting right into it. Ethan Reid able to get it out to Davies. And then the Suns go inside 50. Test of strength. Long and Ryan down there wrestling. O'Driscoll lost it. Miller buzzing around trying to win the footy. Knocks it boundary side. Chapman gets there first. Fiorini with a brilliant tackle. Pin the one arm. And given the benefit of the doubt.
And that's not to say that the Suns aren't physical and tackling well. A lot of Fremantle's possessions have been running away from them and going back away from where the Suns players have been.
Jackson, boundary line was looming, but it stayed in. Ethan Reid tumbles a kick forward, and it bounces out of play. The crowd will appeal for insufficient intent. A smile from Luke Ryan and a boundary throw.
They don't tend to pay those in the forward 50, perhaps. The same kick, the same result between the arcs is paid.
The ball in. Ethan Reid, Jackson Reid, the two unicorns head to head. Price says, I'll have it.
Suns of Freo holding 6 forwards forward of this contest, but the Suns have got the extra back off the fat side wing so that Sam Collins is sitting on his own about 80 metres from the ball.
Driscoll backed into that tackle. They've been fortunate the last couple of tackles, the Dockers.
Once again, they've got a bit of space in the defensive side, Gold Coast.
Jackson caught and he dropped that. Umpire has put the whistle away for a few seconds here. Anderson now dragged down, going nowhere.
It's probably Fiorini, it was Miller, Davies.
Jackson got a full palm on that and kicking in danger. Docker ball.
That's a let off, isn't it? They're just building there, the Suns, stoppage after stoppage, just hoping a Fremantle defender had a lapse in concentration. A free kick relieves all that pressure.
And a 50-metre penalty, not standing on the mark, I think, for Miller, means Warner will be advanced. And he wants to take it quickly. The Suns trying to get back on the mark. Warner going wide. The Bolt knows it. A free kick down the ground.
It's a reversal
Against Voss.
Yeah, a block off the ball is what the umpire is saying.
And now the Suns want to take it. Freo players were streaming forward, and the Gold Coast can take it the other way with numbers aplenty inside 50. Long back there, Clark, a big spoil, got back to help, made up plenty of ground, injured himself in the process, but saved a goal.
That was huge by Clark. Huge. Long had a really good position. We just see here the one off the ball. It's not a free kick. We saw this.
Yeah, didn't they?
Other night.
Did they watch last night's game? Do you think these umpires? Surely they would have got a little bit of a chat about what was and wasn't a free last night. Now, there's a bit of concern here for Clark. All-Australian season. He's been a big part of their show. Fremantle.
Is it a concussion concern? Is it the wind being knocked out of him with how hard he landed?
He definitely landed really high up between his shoulder blades. That was going to take the wind out of him, but
He's going out there.
Right. And the crowd rise for him as well. There it is again. A little free. You can make your own mind up at home as to whether that's a free or not if you're playing at home.
I'll tell you what we're going to find is we're going to have a lot of players that are just going to flop behind the ball now.
Sarong inside, delightful Erasmus playing some sort of game. Young turned, went, heads long, Amos put it to grass. Collins wearing him like a glove. Miller, Jeffrey, Rowell had to go back and get it. Caught. Tracy, did he have pride? You bet he did. And now Frederick played on, and now he's cooked. Even fast Freddie couldn't get away.
The frenetic nature of a final. Players taking things on when perhaps they wouldn't previously.
I'll tell you what, both teams missing opportunities as well. Like that Miller one, he could have used. Davies going inside forward 50, nearly a certain goal.
Andrew up the line, Witts with a big mark.
And Fremantle there, once again, using the numbers in and around the contest and not necessarily going long every time.
Now Noble with that extra drive. Good delivery for Long. Suns building. Long's going to send it into the pocket. Plenty of tall timber down there. Reed in the pack. Spills away. O'Meara had it, lost it, found it again. Banfield under the pump. Ryan's going to dump it out of defence. Suns have numbers. Didn't really clear the area. Chapman off hands. Hot footy to win. Davies got in there. O'Driscoll as well. He's wrapped up. Trying to spin out of a tackle. Holding the ball.
Oh, wow.
Not a lot of pride, but he did try to spin out of it. And now the free kick goes to the Suns and a shot at goal.
There's been a few similar to that. It's like a coffee card. We've had 4 that have been fully paid and then the 5th one's free.
Gee, that was a hot call.
Well, the tackling's just gone through the roof, hasn't it? There's been ping-pong pressure. The Suns get the tackle and then they look like they're out. Then the Dockers later tackle and they look like they're out.
Alex Davies, who's coming to the side since round 20, becomes such a vital part of this Gold Coast lineup, and he steps up to the task and drills a big goal for the Suns.
What about players that come in and played really important roles in finals, campaigns coming in the last couple of weeks? I mean, Davies has been excellent. So he's got the job on Hayden Young as well when he's on the field and done relatively well. Young's had the 11 touches, and when Young's not there, he's going to Brayshaw. So very strong-bodied midfielder who gets involved and can mix it with anyone as that big-bodied mid in a tackle pressure sense. He's had 7 contested possession from his 8 touches, so it's a fair effort.
Only his 7th game this year, Alex Davies. Came back into the team late in the season, had a 30-possession game against the Lions. First game back after that long absence, and he also been with the Suns a long time, a Suns academy player. Mum Japanese, dad Tasmanian. Become a big part of their late season form from the restart. Darcy almost grabbed by Witts. Free kick. Now will Sarong be allowed to play on? He might go all the way home here. Sized them up. Long with a drop punt, almost a pass. Jackson, not quite. Then he lays a hard tackle almost in disgust at the fact that he dropped it.
Yeah, my team's in the Premier final.
Bit going on around the footy as they get themselves set again. Close to goal for the Dockers. Darcy knocked it down. Frederick got his boot to it. Young spills through. Playing by 2. Another stoppage.
Do you think actually
Stay alert. Stay alert if you're the Suns. Can't have too many spares defensive side.
Darcy just blocked Witts out of the ruck contest, so coughs up the free.
There's a let off again. Had to come back to the ball.
It's too intent on pushing his opposite ruck out of the way. And it does relieve that pressure for the Suns, who can try to advance it up the field. The footy with Jeffrey. 6-point lead. Gold Coast in their first ever final. Away from home, down the line. King had the spoil. Miller absorbed the contact. Sarong had him. Clean hands Davies. Gets them moving. King weaving through some traffic. Suns to the 50. High ball. Alex Pearce. Ethan Reid there too. Farrer important. Will get it back. What's the finish like over the top for Uridi? Another
Suns
soccer
kicked
goal
another
for the
one.
Suns.
Unbelievable. What's going on at the moment?
Well, it was great vision. It really was by Jeffrey. So King may have used an extra handball, but he decided to kick it to a one-on-one inside the forward 50. You just see here the sharp hands in and around contest. You see there, Rao just flashed past. So then it had to be a contest with Reid and Pearce. You bring that ball to ground. He could have went on his left foot, but he heard the voice of Fiorini and made it an easy walking goal in the end. Great vision, great handball to get it in front of Fiorini.
Good contest here from Ethan Reid. It looked like he's out of position, bodied out by Warner, but he was just able to do enough there to bring the ball to ground. Big fellas aren't going to get a lot of the ball as key forwards at times, especially when you're competing outnumbered, but halving the contest is as good as a win.
So 5 minutes to half-time, and this is the biggest margin for either team of the game so far. Anderson turned into a jam. Sarong wrapped him, and he is gone. Had the prior. Sarong doing it with attack and defence, winning clearances, laying brilliant tackles, and he spears that to Tracy, who puts it down. McAndrew dodged the bullet there. Anderson from Rao. The dynamic duo combine again to get it to the wing. Warner flicks it back. Two Suns thought they were out, almost left it for each other. Brayshaw inside. O'Meara caught, stripped, could have been ball. Umpire says play on. Rioli. Umpire's come in and sorted this out with the ball up.
His body's flying in from all angles now. When you've got the ball in your hands, you know that there's going to be pressure. You don't know exactly where it's coming from, though.
Huge tackle from Witts on O'Meara there. Otherwise, Fremantle were away. In from Bolton. Young camped at full forward, but Yuland wins that first battle. Big run in here to half-time. Under 4 minutes to go. The Suns have just got a little advantage. Up by a couple of goals.
Won't be taking too many risks either, the Gold Coast.
Noble down the line. King there. Witts standing tall. Humphrey. Farah delayed the handball. They all peeled away from him, and King got moving again. And he'll take it and go. Played on. Sold himself into trouble. Agile enough to get back to his feet. Kick goes in long. Ethan Reid on the stretch.
Oh,
Just spilled out at the last second.
just popped out. Good recovery by King. He was going to take off. Cox was on his hammer. Nearly a mark inside forward 50, but once again, they're dangerous. They're coming here, the Suns, loading up the defensive end. Humphrey will get on the fly.
Kicked the last 2 goals of the game, the Suns. Their belief is growing, and Humphrey, part of the seas, and that is huge. He's got 3, and they lead by 3.
Go Suns, keep another one. Another goal.
Yeah, well, you could see he was setting up the stoppage on the defensive side. He looked a little bit unsure of where he should set up. He obviously got the message to go through. I think it was Fiorini. Get on the move, go through. No one's on you. Become dangerous. What a finish. That's when you're not organised around stoppages. Fremantle, communications down, and you let a player have that much space.
I don't think Fremantle...
There's been a really strong 5 to 10 minutes from the Suns.
But you never know, Barway.
3 goals in a quarter for Bailey Humphrey, and David Swallow is enjoying what he's seeing. He wants the journey to continue. The sub tonight, he'll await his opportunity, but his team are playing well. And out of the middle, Bolton trying to get going. Worried out of it. Rao takes it and runs away. Drives with the legs, sends it inside 50. Big pack up, spiked away by Brendan Cox. Farah in there, Weller turns, chips it back up. King trying to recover, but Warner stands in the row.
They want more blood.
Yeah, that was a big grab by Warner there, but yeah,
huge.
Their belief is growing by the minute here, the Suns. Might be the first final for the club. They're playing against a few Dockers who haven't played in a final before today either. Clark goes wide, back to Warner. Some steady, old-school Fremantle footy here. Maybe be a bit more cautious. He just pumps it down the line in hope. Witts is there, Darcy's there. Amos with the big fly, put it down. Jeffrey, as Anderson was stripped. Crowd want a ball, umpire didn't bite. Warner got there again and he just spikes it out. Safety first, they can reset. Let these minutes elapse. They'd love to score one with 2:09 left on the clock, but don't want to concede another one now. Suns have kicked the last 3.
Justin Longmuir with plenty to ponder. Witts has been huge. Knocks it down. Anderson crunched in a tackle. Witts wrenched it out of there again. Weller involved. Anderson. Fiorini back for Anderson. They can go inside 50 again. Marking contest. Ethan Reid to the front. Spike down. Suns at the spill. Farah after it. Ryan played it coolly. Quick kick out of defence. So Darcy spills it into the waiting arms of Anderson. The 1-2 punch from the Suns. Rowell looking to finish, but misses.
Misses. So it's 51.
They've just got to hang on for 1:36 here, Fremantle, and not allow another score. So get all your numbers to the right-hand side of screen and just create a stoppage or hold the ball up.
So Clark to Ryan. See if he elects, and he does select.
Yeah,
Be cautious.
They just can't give Gold Coast another opportunity in the last minute 24.
There's still a lot of time left, really, to be chip marking. Warner. He takes as much time as he can. Cautious Carl. Down the line to Tracy. Good grab. And now to live for a score.
Yeah, this is where you can put speed on it.
Dumps it. Collins knew exactly where he was going, and Hewland read it to perfection too. They were both there, nearly collided at the point of the Sharon. But they knew exactly what was happening and made sure it didn't happen. More seconds tick down. Heads wide. Fly from Reid. Knocked it down to the front rail. Another clearance. And the tap back. Humphrey launches it. It's a 2-on-2. Inside 50. King spills it. Buttering about to pounce. Open goal. 4 in a row. 4 goals in a row to the Suns.
Okay, Suns kicked another one.
Well, we said Fremantle couldn't give them another opportunity. They built the ball up. They went quick inside forward 50. It was Hewland that played in front. And then they decided to come back down the skinny side contest. Didn't accept the tackle, Matt Rowell. And then it was just some important contest forward of the ball. This contest by King to not only win over Cox, O'Meara had to challenge as well. He beat a 2v1, and Butterick was a man left standing. It has been a powerful 10 minutes by the Suns.
It was only a goal apiece at quarter time. The Suns led it by 4 points. 7 goals in the term to Gold Coast. It's been a powerful performance. And Damien Hardwick enjoyed seeing that one go through with only seconds remaining. Just under 30 in this quarter. Fremantle in the middle. Young tackled by Rowell and a baller.
21 seconds until...
Still time for another for the Suns, such as the way they're taking the game on. Rowell's handball missed a target. Frederick fumbled. Anderson over it. Flanders trying to go. Humphreys had a huge turn with 3 goals. Flanders goes in again. Brayshaw knocked it down. O'Driscoll into the path of Dudley. Seconds tick down. Didn't quite sit for him. Over the top to Brayshaw. Now get a mark to Tracy as the siren sounds. He's a long way from home, but a chance to try and roost one.
Well, he's probably the player that's got it in him. He's got a thump of a leg. And they desperately need it, to be honest, to take that positive energy into half-time on the back of what has been a really dominant quarter by the Gold Coast Suns.
Has he got a torp in him?
Looks like he might be setting up. Yeah. He's setting up for one.
Gonna go to the barrel, Josh Tracy from long range. And he tumbles at gold, it spirals its way. He's going back on target, but falls in short. They were hoping for something late there, the Dockers, but really, the Suns are the story of this game. A powerful performance in that second quarter, and in their first...
Okay, guys, we are back. We're going to be back shortly. I'm just gonna answer this guy's question. Yeah, I was going for Fremantle, but it looks like Gold Coast Suns will win. But I don't barrack for either of them, if that makes sense. My teams are in the Premier Final. If you didn't get that, my teams are in the Premier Final. They're best LA Crows. So I barrack for Collingwood. Yeah, I go for Collingwood pretty much. That's my answer. Anyway, I'm not proud to be a Collingwood supporter because we have lost most of the games what we should have won. But yeah, it's a sad moment. But to see my team playing in the Premier Final is special because I thought they're going to go double header out of the finals series. Now,
This Father's Day,
Solo is giving you the chance to win tickets.
I didn't know it's going to be ads. I just want to watch the highlights for Hawthorn again versus GWS. This is a highlight.
time in forward half at the moment, 81% to the Giants. And Hawthorn might get a chance to hit them on the counter because they're going to get a 50-metre penalty to Jai Newcomb. Game number 100. Right here. No one stands the mark, so he waltzes to 49, pulls the trigger! Offloads it, battle, composed, bring it to Newcomb. Newcomb to McDonald. McDonald inside 50, the one-on-one battle down there. Taylor and Dia. Soccer, he's got it. They've got two, the Hawks. Finals all about momentum and 150-metre penalty just changed everything. Hawks are launching again. Nash inside 50. Suddenly it's the Giants covering up on the ropes. Gunston towards the pocket. To Watson. Taking, but not in possession. And listen to this Hawthorn crowd. Clever finisher. Hawks are rolling. He plays on very quickly, looking to draw the handball. Got it off here to Amon, and a downfield free, which is where Amon was kicking the ball from. Just overzealous with the contact there. 50-metre penalty, 50-metre penalty. He hit the contact. That was against Caleb Brown, just like the ball where with Walker, just an elbow to the chest. It's just unnecessary. For four in a hurry. Got it! Gave the handball straight to Angwin. Now can they counter here? Opportunity for Callahan. He's got a lethal left foot. 48 metres out. He went low and hard. And I think it's got over the line. Trying to work it. Callahan really didn't want to paddle it out. He knew he was surrounded. And he was indeed. Now McDonald round the corner and they get yet another. Ball hits the deck. Green hits the deck. Here's Bedford. Gets a look. And finishes. A late run for the Giants. Giants looking to get something out of it on the scoreboard. Out of the ruck. He's got it. The big fella. So Briggs gets something out of nothing. Now O'Halloran with a kick around the corner. Good mark taken here by Brown. He's wanting to go. Little tip ball. Here's Hogan. Benner. 5 metres out. Long way out. But it's still going to get there. What a mammoth team lifter that is. McDonald. Ginnivan sells the dummy on Bedford. And another. Turns. Snaps. Oh, brilliant. Battle got it off. Hawks go forward again. High ball, top of the square. Himmelberg did well with the spoil. Knock front and centre, Ginnivan. Whitfield, mid-air smother. Nash under real pressure. Popped down. McDonald around the corner. I think it's a goal it is. 2 goals. 8 weeks, Weddle. Played in the VFL last week. But missed 8 before that. Look at Joe! Right at home!
Darcy Jones getting some treatment.
Yeah, it's the knee here, you can see he just runs in and just flashes and catches inside there, and just that twist as he landed, really.
Links up with D'Ambrosio, sells the dummy on Fonte, pumps the handball wide to Ginnivan. High kick inside 50. They'll come from all sides. Gunston again.
Flirts with the right post, and he slides it home. Stringer gets him out of the way, makes something happen again. Stringer, Hogan's there, he sheds it for Cadman. Cadman wanted to play on. I'm not sure why he wanted to play on. From 25 metres out, and Ginnivan gives it to him. He said, mate, what were you thinking?
Ash's kick went to Taylor. His kick a bit high for Green. Ginnivan can shape it back. There's the goal they were looking for.
Appealing for the free. D'Ambrosio, sharp hands, Impey, out the back door. What about Weddle? He's had 10 this quarter. Nash will be run down. Just got rid of it. Ginnivan can go again. He eyes the goals. He lets it rip. It's coming back. Ginnivan's kick free.
It might start with Callahan. He's run down. Great tackle, Butler. Here's an opportunity for them to take the first step to get the Giants rolling again. He's got it. Green, Kelly on his right. Got it. Back-to-back goals for GWS.
Ground level, Kelly got it to Green. 45 out. Cadman was caught behind. Over the back to Hogan for 3 in a row. They've got it. They're back in business. 24 points.
They get another clearance. Kelly to Green. Here comes a thundering lead from Hogan. Won't get there. Stringer, the fend, the give. Bedford. Another. Briggs. Kelly can run onto his left. He can snap goal. He can kick another one. 2 for the Super Sub. And it's a 2-goal game. Has electrified this elimination final. Somehow O'Halloran through traffic from 48. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? It's a 1-goal game. They've kicked 6 on the bounce. Green. Callahan has been extraordinary. From 60 out, laces it out. And Hogan has it. 42 points down. To scores level.
Riccardi does well. Keeps it alive. Neat little ball around the corner to Bedford.
Who wants to take Hardwick on? It was Ball. And Blake said,
He's been terrific, Hardwick, all day.
he's got Weddle in a one-on-one at 50. Heads in that direction. Weddle read it superbly. Arriving just in time, Hillberg. Then gets taken down off the kick and goal. Meets the moment.
Made contact with the boot. Good enough. Watson was able to make something out of it. Got it to Weddle. Off here to Joel. Joel got a good look. Nails the goal. Joel kicks the goal. They're out to 13 points. This is their chance. This is a big chance. He's got to find someone with a footy. He's stuck it on the head of the Hawks. And a big mark from Scrimshaw.
That ball needed to be taken off the line.
Taylor's deep, but he'll probably get it just from the behind line. Joel applying the pressure. He might even kick the goal as well. This will send him into a frenzy. This will absolutely send the Hawthorn fans into a frenzy.
Hawthorn survive a September roller coaster. And they are through to a semi-final in Adelaide. You want to stick around, join us on 7, mate. Otherwise, it's time for 7 News. Hawthorn 16-11-107 defeat the Giants 13-10, 88.
bad. How long is... Oh my god, it's still a break. There's another 8-minute break. So we just watched the highlights of Hawthorn and GWS. So maybe what we can do
This KO Mini, brought to you by Macca's. Footy, I'm loving it.
Ask yourself, am I a winner?
Jones and Impey. Here we go. Elimination final time in perfect conditions. Meek immediately down. Ward will edge one forward for the Hawks. Touch ball, Briggs. T Green, Ash clearing ball out of defence. Impey in good position, both looking into the sun. Good battle out there with Jones and Impey. Opportunity now for the Giants, only as far as Watson. 7 goals in his 2 finals. Starts through Ward. Ginnivan involved, back to Ward. Had 3 possessions already. They like the ball in Impey's hands. Drives a deep ball forward. Doesn't really favour anyone. Alir will track it back and be happy to see it across the line.
Slow kickstart initially from Sicily. Impey got himself into a situation where he had to play on Newcomb. His milestone game might get 50. Well, that's one way to get out of defence. Can he use the run-up? Oh, there's no one on the mark. Unattended. Unaffected. What a goal. What a start to the century man. Newcomb kicks Hawthorn's first, and that will not make the Giants coaching staff impressed at all.
Just the second inside 50 for the Hawks. They get a major. Giants have been in 12 times. Here comes number 3, Chol in the ruck. Warple sends it down deep. Gunston eased underneath it. The Smalls will come into it. Dylan Moore, Ward. Callahan told us pre-game he watched a James Bond movie this morning just to settle the nerves. Comes out towards Sicily. Battle, had a bit of it. Squeezes it forward to Newcomb. Good flow from the Hawks. Promising build-up. McDonald sends it deep. Gets out the back. It might go, it might go! 2 remarkable goals from the Hawks. 4 inside 50s, 2 majors.
Back up rucks at it. Chol, Newcomb, Chol. Suddenly the Hawks are starting to feel it. Nash. Huge fist, Himmelberg as they converge. Gunston. Watson playing for it. Got it.
They've been good out of centre bounce. 3 zip centre bounce clearance to the Hawks.
Infuriating for the Giants. Turned it on in finals last year. Brings it again. 3 quick goals from the Hawks.
O'Halloran. Newcomb puts the frame in. Taps it forward. Butler. Slick hands. Just missed Battle. He'll need to track back. He'll be under pressure. Hawthorn handball game is good. Waits. Walker takes it.
Yeah, clean, Howie. In tight, in close, they've been clean.
Plays on the number 5. More hands. Aim on. Downfield. There was Warple was taken down. They're bringing it back now. So it was against Warple, but downfield to aim on.
Not much of a downfield. It only happened about 3 metres. There were 50
and
metres
he's 50.
Wow.
Wow.
Against Brown on Warple.
This is a moment. This is a moment here. They just lost their way. The Giants. Here it is.
What a start this would be for the Brown and Gold after being on the back foot early. Aim on, makes no mistake. Hawks have got 4 in the board. They skip away to a 22-point margin early doors.
Hawthorn's got 4, Jones have got 2 behind.
Jones on the move. Warple topple.
We're not
Tom Green.
watching the whole game though. We're just watching
Warple.
the highlights.
Clearing kick to a precarious position if they lose possession. Moore versus Aaliyah. Too slippery. Gets away. Oh! Colourblind. Gave it straight to England. And now Callaghan.
The athletic Callaghan sets sail into that breeze. There you go for the Giants. The number 17 steadies the hearts. And the Giants are on the board.
A lot of wide path. Brown was about to fly and then called out of it by Toby Green. Trusts his left boot and didn't quite get the weighting right. Impey has had a tremendous season. Great finish to it, and particularly Ward. Huge opportunity for Deere. Was he interfered with by Fonte? He was. Kick 3 in the elimination final last year. And the faith of the coach has shown is well founded in Kelsha Deere.
Handball needed to be good to aim on. Opportunity now for Jones. Wedges the ball forward. McCarty takes it pretty low in the sunshine. And he just got a knee in the back. It was all accidental, but he's a bit sore. 26-12 last year, 22-12 this year. So pretty good in front of the sticks. Riccardi nails it. Good finish. Good goal kicking at both ends. And the final here, the eliminator is starting to heat right up. Hawthorn back to a 17-point margin. The athletic Weddle just drops it deep. Spills out the back. McDonald, now Fonte. Needs to make a decision. Goes back by hand to the usually cool and calm Ash. Butler provides good defensive running pressure, so they're jamming them in here. Allows Newcombe. He would have taken the mark in the end. Fourth to Newcombe, squaring ball. There was a couple of Hawks. And he of the lead. Mark and goal, Gunston marks. Never in doubt. 63 for the year for the two-time All-Australian. And the Hawks re-establish the margin.
Briggs, but Nash first play on it. Cornelio, it's a hard ball to win cleanly. Callaghan, Ash, Hawthorn edging closer to goal. And now even closer. They force the handball forward. McDonald already has one. He's about to become the first multiple goal kicker on the ground. And the Hawthorn joy is spreading. It is infectious. Warple just edges it along the line. Midfield let the ball bounce, which it did truly enough. Green, Callaghan, where's the launch coming? Thomas. Again, the Hawks closest and in best position to mark. Well played, Hogan, to keep it alive. Green was crushed. Bedford needs to make them pay. They need a late one. And Toby Bedford steps up for the Giants.
Off the ground. Oh, that's a goal! That is remarkable. Big Briggs threw his foot at it and bounced between a couple of Hawks. Doesn't matter how you get him as long as you do. Big discrepancy. Hawks have been deadly when they've gone inside 50 though. Back to O'Halloran. Giants really having a good patch now. Floats it nicely down to Brown. Gets back off the mark. He's got a couple. Jesse in the sun. Hawks can't miss from the set shot. Can the Giants do something similar with the breeze behind him? Jesse Hogan, you bet you he can! The big boy unloads! The Giants have got 3 on the bounce and they're back to 2 goals.
Newcombe to Nash. The Hawks get a look finally in this quarter. Oh, what a leap from Fonte! Wow. He'll take a big one day. Butler, McDonald, a little closer. Ginnivan, his time to do something with the footy. Oh, that is just absolutely magnificent from Ginnivan. He's hungry for more. Briggs spikes it out wide. Newcombe was ready. Battle. Along the line to Newcombe again, off the left. Made a good fist of it to the square. Taylor, Himmelberg, no one quite sure. Ginnivan again, no. Nash Again, the smothers and the tackles are everything. Oh, McDonald, he hasn't been able to buy a goal for the last month. Now he's got 3. Jones. Oh, Jones, is that a goal? Yes! Wow. You can't take your eyes off Darcy Jones. Briggs, 2 goes at it. Not for Newcombe that time. Warple through O'Halloran. Nash, equal numbers. Chance for Gunston, good chance.
Good job. Did a great job to work the front there.
He's already had one of those opportunities which he converted. Jack Gunston, a stellar season, continues into finals. Those old hands guiding the ball securely onto the boot.
Darcy Jones in trouble. Lynch will be all over it.
Wrenched his right knee in this tackle here, so just as he goes in here, just there, he's hurt his right knee, grabs it, and has struggled from the ground, so that is not a good sign for GWS and Darcy in particular.
Kelly, you'd think he'd be injected 5 weeks out with a calf. Coach told you pre-game, Gareth, in the perfect world, he wouldn't be seen till the second half of the game.
Yeah, well, things are... You can't always get what you want here, and he's going to have to come on and have an impact and be ready to go.
Hawks have got runners. D'Ambrosio, touch ball. Fonte needs to be aware. Goes back by Callaghan. He's been their best. Little hook ball. Too much on it for Angwin. The Hawks again through Hardwick. Assesses. Sends it forward. Well, it comes to the ground, which is dangerous because Watson's in the area. He gets it back. D'Ambrosio tries to see something inside 50. Has to go by hand. Ginnivan having a bigger impact on the game now. Reel up and under. Deer will come from the side. But Jack Gunston. And he's been in good goal-kicking touch. Will line up for a third. And the famous number 19. It hangs. It's home! Arm in the air. Jack has 3. And the Hawks are out again.
Ash took off with a plan undefined. Reroutes out to Taylor and then to Green. Even he couldn't stretch up for it. Jath was all over it. Ginnivan, big with the words, big with the actions. That is how you do it.
Game high 36-point margin. Callaghan brought to ground. Nash, the Giants edge it forward to Brown. Good hands. Briggs drops it. Just making mistakes at the vital moments at the moment. The Giants, they're only just hanging in here. Impey, more metres gained to Nash. It opens up ahead of him. Takes a bounce, needs to get rid of it. Does by hand. Opportunity. Ginnivan for another. Ginnivan has kicked another. Cue the celebrations. Give me a call, because I'm on fire, says Jack. Hawks out, 7-goal margin.
Ruck wrestle. Briggs. Thank goodness for that man, Callaghan. But again, the Hawks do what they had to do through Butler. Big tackle from Thomas. And that is rewarded. Frustration from the Hawks' defence. They trail by 42 points. It has to start somewhere, and it starts with Harvey Thomas.
Meeks underneath it. Fisted down by that man, Barris. Newcombe hacks it off the ground to a dangerous area, to a dangerous man. Finn, little step. Kelly, injected in the game. Can they make it 2 in a row? Don't give up on the Giants!
Kelly, Green, Toby, through Scrimshaw, Hogan, it's a must. It's a goal. Jesse Hogan steps up. The Giants have started their rise, the climb back. That is 3 in a row.
3 in a row to the Giants. Big clearance coming up. Kelly again involved to Green. Crowd really starting to lift here at NG now. Big final coming. Stringer, Jake Stringer, hand pass. Another one for the Giants. Bedford.
Kelly's on the move, and so are the Giants. Just try and stop them now. That is 5 in a row. Second goal for Josh Kelly. Ruckman both topple over, particularly Chol, who's there for anyone to pick up. O'Halloran blasts through, and the ground is shaking. What? 6 Giant goals on end. Massive, incredible comeback.
Unbelievable energy in this whole joint just come to life. Strong breeze going the end that the Giants are going to.
Meek and Briggs battle with each other. Chance now. Callaghan, he's led from the front. Goes inside. Oh, here we go! On the chest of Jesse Hogan. Missed his last chance. This to tie the game up. Jesse Hogan stutters, kicks, and kicks. Truly, it is all square. Tied up, and the crowd are on their feet. What are we seeing now? Hardwick had some big moments. Now a chance for the Hawks. Their fans starting to breathe.
Weddle's gone forward.
Impey down towards Weddle, gets off his man. Oh, well done to come back into it. Himmelberg, how did he get rid of it? Done cold. Pressure, tackle, and now the pressure will be on the man that lines up, and that is Butler. Butler stutters, steadies, hits it, home! Hawks come from everywhere. They're back out by 7.
What a moment for Sam Butler. Back in the middle with a Meek tap. Came back his way. Taken down by Riccardi. Watson got a kick. It could be significant. Weddle, Iden, Joel! Goal!
Well, it's going to hold them in great stead going forward. It's going to be one of their great finals victories, and they've had plenty of them.
Elimination day in the AFL, and it's bye-bye to the Giants. The Hawks sneak it closer to goal. Taylor kicks it. Come on, Joel. Roll again. You'll hear them from Melbourne. Joel's kicked his second.
More high entry inside 50. They are a happy team at Hawthorn. They led. They were on their knees and they came back strong. The Hawks push on to Adelaide in one of the great finals. Celebration there. But for Toby and the Giants, their season is done.
Alright, now we're going to go back to Fremantle and JK Sun.
With the big fist down the Miller, clean-handed. Here's Rail again. He's picked the grass out of his teeth, or maybe he ate it like he normally does. He's got a taste for it right now. Not just this contest, but the grass here. There was a time when this over didn't have much to spare. Jackson out of the bind. Gave it to Tracy. Works his way past a couple of tacklers. Gets it to Bolton. Flicks it up. Darcy, they come at him. And he dropped it. Could have been ball. Mac Andrew to Flanders. Heads wide.
Two-time Brownlow medalist waiting a sub. There's Darcy after it. Rowell again went in hard. Almost could have got a free kick. Sarong to Ryan. Fremantle trying to break it into open space. Suns have some numbers out there though to cover, and Powell will intercept. Holding firm, Gold Coast. And now Miller. Sideways to Noble.
In control, aren't they?
Got some overlap run. Jeffrey on the boot. High ball into the hot spot. Big pack. Brennan Cox, the punch, a push. Free kick goes the Dockers skipper's way.
Just looks more deliberate when the Suns get the ball compared to when Luke Ryan coming out of back half just blazed away to a 2v1 in favour of the Gold Coast. Just need to find the right method and the right options. Can they switch the ball? Just change it up. Do something different.
So Pearce to Cox down the line in the Jackson direction. He's up and he's got it. And if he rises, the Dockers will rise with him. Loops the handball wide. Sarong further on. Driscoll inside. Jackson. Back to Sarong. Back to the hot spot. Dump late. Free kick downfield, and it's Voss who will take it here.
I reckon there's very little in that. Very little in that. But the contact actually came. Reeds tried to stop that contact as much as possible. It's that one's not there either.
He didn't move toward him. He just held his ground. So again, if you're playing at home, you can make your own decision up whether you reckon that was worth a downfield, and it might cost big time.
4 goals down. It's an important kick, isn't it?
Absolutely, and he's been hot. Patrick Voss. Ice in his veins again so far tonight. Until now, footy gods perhaps just letting us know whether they thought that was worthy of a downfield free kick or not. Good to have him here. We need a bit of help.
See the jacket coming off for Nat Fyfe. Is he creeping closer to being injected into this game? Long ball. Punched away by Pearce. Heads to the boundary. Scrambled kick off the right boot by O'Driscoll. And Murphy Reed trying to fight through the tackle, ran out of room as he goes toe-to-toe with Noble. Crowd will start to get aware that Fyfe is getting ready. He's got
He's through his hour warm-up.
Yeah, much longer routine to get himself ready for the action these days.
Popped the calf warming up a couple of weeks ago, sub.
Darcy down, Brayshaw, try to fend, threw the footy away. Holding the ball, the call. Now the Suns can launch. Jeffrey out to space. Big contest this. Bouncing footy. Banfield got there first. Gained some territory. Spills to Powell. Suns keep cool. Flanders back to Andrew. Long ball up the line on the Reed. Ethan Reed takes it on the lead.
Yeah, I don't know about the wisdom of the kick off the deck. And you can take possession in a hot contest like this. Have the poise, back your hands in to be able to scoop it and go.
I think it's just been off the back of an immense pressure quarter from the Suns. You see there, that is huge from both sides, but certainly the Gold Coast Suns just not letting the Dockers any time and space.
So in emergency break glass, and it's emergency time now. 24 points down halfway through this third. Slapped out in the Brayshaw direction. Little basketball dribble from Witts was clever. Rao runs away from the tacklers. Noble heads to the pocket. He wants long, and he gets him.
Well, the kick had to be perfect, and it was. Luke Ryan was right on his hammer. So it was a good kick and a really good mark. Protected the ball. Did long. You can see there, just not chewing up his space too early. Pointing where he wanted it. And then it was a foot race.
Well, that bit of an early jump, which makes it a lot harder for the defender behind to be able to see the ball, let alone get his hand to it.
Made the All-Australian squad of 44 this year. Best season of his career. This is within his repertoire. It's across the face. Dockers have the numbers and out of bounds. Not such a bad option for the Suns. They can reset for a ball in and create some chaos.
Yeah, this is where they've found some space. Haven't they, Dwayne? Certainly defensive side. And Fiorini all by himself.
In such a dangerous spot. Ethan Reed in the ruck. Darcy sharked the tap, then got it away. Dudley scooped it up, slapped away by Brayshaw. Andrew read it quickly. Can feed it away now to Rioli. The Suns attacking it at every opportunity. Miller to Jeffrey. Up and under. High ball. They all camp underneath. And King judged it the best. Protected the footy as he went back to take the grab.
Well, if we have a look at the early work that Ben King puts in here, it's not dissimilar to the Voss contest that gave the free kick away. He actually just, manages to work Cox off the ball, comes back in here, finds the body, forces him off, and then comes back up at the ball. That was an excellent, firstly, being able to read where the ball is, and then being able to keep his eyes on it long enough to go and win it.
A massive season for their star full forward. On his boot, he leans back and misses. As we spoke about earlier, he's been so accurate this season with his finishing. He leaves that one out there.
3 behinds now for a man who came in with 69 goals, 19 to his name. Biggest haul in Gold Coast history. They dodge a bullet there. Darcy and Ethan Reid, strength from the Fremantle big man. Used his size and his wherewithal. Kept front spot. Pops it down the line. Bolton's going to have to jump. Gets up there, flicked away. Hewland's second punch was fantastic. Got it in the Butterick direction. Banfield just as hard to O'Driscoll. Pokes it. Brayshaw went to ground. He tried the big jousting stick on Rowell. Didn't quite work. Yes, it did. He got it to Reid, who wants to go. There's the inside kick. Dangerous. Too dangerous. Farah went and got it. Now he's got King Long or Long Long.
Well, it's the role of a half forward to come up and try and cut off that switch. Sarong didn't realise the ball was meant for him.
Gets plenty of air in that. King's going to have to motor to get there. And the big fist might win out. I think Ryan's going to be content with this rolling out, and he rolled himself out cleverly in the end.
So that Murphy Reid kick goes inboard, and Farah's able to turn it over. And pretty much every player in the field didn't know exactly what needed to happen from that point on, because it hasn't been there. Like, there's been none of that lateral kick from Fremantle to try and get out to open side. So Farah did the right thing, held onto it, just to wait for the opportunity to maintain territory.
Erasmus, Sarong rode the tackle, got it to Darcy. Dudley wrestling there with Jeffrey. Murphy Reid went in hard. Spills away again. Tough footy to win. Suns keep their feet. Miller got it back out. Jeffrey goes inside 50 again. Brenton Cox slaps the footy away to the boundary.
It just goes to show, as dangerous as that kick is, and if it comes off Sarong, they've got an inside 50. It turns over, but yet the Gold Coast, they don't have any room to move. They can't go forward. They can't go straight towards goal because it's congested through Fremantle players. So keep taking that risk in the middle of the ground.
Brilliant sighted Optus Stadium. And Suns fans will be enjoying what they're seeing. O'Driscoll out of defence. Tracy. Andrew with the punch. Almost could have claimed the mark. Now Weller is tackled by Sarong.
What we're seeing here is a famous performance. The Suns have come to play. They've set themselves up. This is their first time on this stage. This is their first time in September. They've handled themselves with aplomb. They've played clean footy. They've played tough football. They've asked a real question of the home team in this last 40-odd minutes. Can they find something?
Fremantle played famous footy against the Dogs to get into this position. They don't want to blow it now. Ton of time left in this. But the Suns' confidence is high, and the Dockers have not made any inroads in this third term. The margin at half-time was 25. It's 25 now. Equal biggest margin of the game for either team. No Suns ruck. Darcy hammers it. Big-fisted Powell went safety first. Huge ball to win it. Sarong got there, gave it to Frederick. He's had some moments, and he's cut in half by Miller. Handball inside. Anderson was clever. The turn from Noble, just as good. Anderson heads long towards goal. Can he get it home? Touched on the line. They'll check it. Touched on the line. They won't check it.
He thought it was there. He followed it through, but this tackle here from Miller, and then the little tap from Anderson, and then to get it back, Ryan there just in time.
What a lunge from Luke Ryan to save the goal from Anderson.
But how clear is the intention of the Suns? They're not trying to intercept mark unless they're absolutely clear. They want to kill the ball, no soft drops, get it out into space, because they believe their legs is the one that can get it, that can win the ball and then be able to move it. Have a look at that pressure factor in the last 10 minutes.
Jackson got it down. Sarong knocked it on. He and Rowell go at it again. Been a good battle in that midfield. Rowell just throws his body around. Got the footy to spill. Miller gets involved. Weller too. Rowell now back on the charge. Suns building inside 50. Long ball up towards Farah. Ryan with the spoil away. Ainsworth trying to take it. Danger times for Fremantle. Their defence holds up. Clark trying to escape. Loopy old handball. Chapman swallowed. Great pressure from Gold Coast. It is game on in this third term.
Oh, the pressure's awesome. No time and space for Fremantle. The tackling pressure has been a lead all game, particularly in this third term.
Justin Longview working out what he's going to pull from his bag of tricks right now. Tracy weaves his way past a couple, but it was a blind kick, and Collins knew exactly where it was going. He's got the boundary line if he wants it. He didn't want it. He's taking it on, and he took it on to his peril. O'Meara put it to grass, though. Erasmus mopped up his mass. Erasmus dives inside with the kick. Splendid. Brayshaw. He turns. Who does he want? He's got a selection. He might go all the way. He pulls it late. And this is the moment for Dudley.
Really clever. Really clever by Brayshaw. I thought he was going to have a shot at goal. And so did 4 Gold Coast defenders.
Yeah, they dropped off, didn't they?
Pre-season pick, Isaiah Dudley. First game since he was subbed out in round 22 against Port Adelaide. 16th game of his debut season. 13 goals, 9. And he makes the most of his moment. Isaiah Dudley.
46.
How important was that for the Dockers? And I wonder if Sam Collins would have his time again, keeping that ball in. And the Erasmus, their kick, missed tackles end up, they cost you. Like the Dockers missed tackles have cost them one end. And then that missed tackle there, the Erasmus was able to get through and he squared it up. And then Brayshaw, that's great composure, to be able to drive his legs, have all the Suns players heading back towards goal, thinking they might be able to stop it on the line, and then Dudley just ticks back up. An important finish from a very skilled, talented young fella to be able to finish there and keep his team in the mix.
Last player added to the list for Fremantle in 2025, just before the start of the season, and he's kicked a goal in an elimination final.
3 goals to 1 out of the centre bounce in favour of 302.
Margin back to 20. Crowd rising. O'Driscoll tackled strongly. Humphrey's been up for the contest all evening. Jackson and Witts. Jackson sharked it himself. Got it to Clark. Kick smothered, but it spilt to Young, who spilt it himself. Socket out of there by Anderson. Witts took the contact, lost the footy. Brayshaw drives through, tumbling ball forward. Pack was up, off hands. Suns try to scramble. Rioli fleet of foot, back there first. Power forced wide. Bolton had him. Pressure arrives, stays in play. Bolton still goes. Great tackle, Jeffrey. Not rewarded.
Stopped.
Everyone stopped, and now the umpire off the play. 60, 70 metres off the play. He's played the free kick for holding the ball.
I think he saved everyone's bacon there. He just caught the free because stopping and having nothing happen was a bad option for both parties. Long kick, Witts attacks it, Jackson late, got a fist on it. Big couple of minutes coming up here to 3/4 time. Hope pass to Miller is on the boundary and it stayed in. Clark, Chapman, they've got a spark here, the Dockers. O'Driscoll, Chapman, inside, hand off to Brayshaw. He's got some one-on-ones. Dudley might be the man. He goes and gets. Has he got this kick in him? He gave the play on some thought. He ignores Murphy. He's the man. The flash of their ID. Knocked into a semi.
For Fremantle.
The flash of their ID.
Knocked
into a semi.
For Fremantle. It's 52 to 66.
There's energy in the stadium now, isn't there? That I just think the leadership of Brayshaw's been huge. He's been able to stand up. He's actually drawn the ball into central positions, and his teammates have started driving their legs towards it to look for him.
Do the handball. So that has been the challenge, right? We've mentioned it throughout the course of the day. Can they get the ball to the open side? Because you can see how uneasy the Suns defenders look. They're trying to make up ground. They're trying to make decisions on the run. They're finding options forward of the ball.
This is one of the things that happens. So if you've been down the line, kicking it long into your forward 50, and then all of a sudden you do change direction. The Suns defenders, it takes a little while for them to adjust because they haven't had to defend that type of ball movement all night.
Isaiah Dudley, the nephew of Eddie Betts, the cousin of Cozzy Pickett, making a name for himself on the big stages. The Dockers are getting a lift. Young and Erasmus combine. Up towards Dudley again, trying to knock it out of hand. Powell, a collision, and Powell takes them on, bursting with a couple of bounces. Stabs the kick in. Brilliant delivery.
That win by Powell was huge. Young had drifted forward. He was going to be the spare if that ball had to come out. He's a big win.
And his kick.
So you stop a goal or a potential goal at one end, you create one at the other.
And Humphries has had much the better of this matchup with Banfield throughout the night also. He doesn't have many touches.
Bailey Humphrey, 3 goals in that second quarter. Noise of the crowd rising at Optus Stadium. That really could have taken a sting out of it again, but a missed opportunity.
He miskicked that and covered the line by 15 metres. He's got some power, the young fella.
9-13 tells the story. They could be further in front. Blown some chances. Chapman. A little bit of time to spend here for the Dockers, but how do they want to spend it? Aggressively or conservatively? Down the line to a 3-on-3. Mac Andrew got there toward the boundary of the fist. Reset here.
Yeah, they've been much better in the contest. +8 in clearances, +10 in contested possessions in the third quarter alone.
Matt Fyfe will wait a little longer to get his chance out there. Either he or David Swallow. It'll be their final game of footy. Ball knocked down. Davies in there fighting for it. Sarong trying to get to work. It's built to Young. Chance for Fremantle to break. Great smother. Brilliance from Anderson. Gets it back going the Suns' way. How pivotal could that moment be? Rowell inside 50. Pearce in the other direction. Knocked it down. Humphrey close to the line. Made it tougher for himself. And then Warner back there. It touched off the boot. They only just realise it. And Warner can escape. He'll get it out to Chapman. Fremantle have to take it on. Warner continues to go. Young now. Breakneck speed. Brayshaw dropped it, lost it, found it again. Erasmus socketed it away. They're living dangerously. Sarong goes through. He buffeted off one. Back to Young. Now they straighten. Fremantle roll. Long ball in. Tracy and Jackson. Ball hit the deck. Still alive. Bolton tried to pinch it. Crowd right into it. 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
That was tense. 13 seconds. Can they hold on here, the Gold Coast Suns, or do Fremantle get an opportunity?
Fremantle want a late one. Slap down. Flanders will clear it. They might see the danger away. Perhaps not.
It's got to go.
Pearce just has to get it in there. Chips it in short. Sarong. Siren will sound. Too far from goal. He'll go back and try to launch one, but surely beyond the realms.
It'll have to be a 65-metre tall. And then you've got to contend with a ruckman on the line.
Caleb Sarong, and he's going to go the top. He was a forward as a junior. We know him as a midfielder, but it was always going to be an ambitious attempt from that sort of range. The Dockers lifted late. The return of the champ is imminent. Nat Fyfe getting ready to get into this one. 15 points the margin as we turn.
It's anyone's game in the last quarter. It's anyone's game. Anyone's game, alright? So it's a 5-minute break. What should we do for 5 minutes? I know what we can do for 5 minutes. Footy's back.
Humphrey hits a good spot with the kick. It's over King's head. The fist. Farah off the palm. Wow! Jai Farah out of nowhere.
He was a lucky recipient of an error from Banfield. Just imagine the talk between Pearce and Banfield. He could have marked that. It was a tricky kick. It was put into a spot that was dangerous. It wasn't a high kick, so you don't have much time to react. You just see there, Banfield tried to spoil it over his head towards the boundary. And Farrell was there. Great finish, sucked all the air out of the crowd.
Looks like Jai Amos has been subbed, the tactical sub, so Nat Fyfe very close to entering this game, and there's been a few moves as well. O'Meara's gone down back to begin, or at least he's started there in that last quarter. So Fremantle shuffling the magnetron now.
And every time they've mounted a challenge, the Suns have found a response. Brilliant goal to Farah. And back out of the middle, Sarong into double-digit clearances. Tumbles the footy inside 50. Jeffrey left it behind. Tracy goes in. Almost found Young. Then lays the tackle on Andrew. And a stoppage inside 50 for Fremantle.
This is you can if you Darcy, get creative.
Boyle, boundary line.
Yeah, a couple of opportunities missed there through the centre corridor, wasn't it, Hayden Young? I know who I'd rather trying to kick the ball inside forward 50. Hayden Young's better than nearly every other player in the competition, so you've got to try and get the ball into his hands in the attacking mid and let him do his thing.
So Murphy, Reid, Bolton, they're all there. Who's going to get the knockdown? Bolton nearly trapped it. Nearly. Rao, that core strength again. He got a handball away, but straight to Erasmus. Went back inside. Young. Chapman goes long. Jackson's got a float in. Tracy from 14. Bolton time! Opens it up and bangs it home. Shake and Shea. Huge goal.
Fremantle kicked one as well.
That was an amazing front and centre. And Josh Tracy, really set himself to go at that aerial contest. He come from a long way. He was going to make that his own. Jai Bolton probably saw that, understood exactly where the crumb was going to go. See Tracy going hard here. Front and centre, and then the turn of pace just to be able to go straight to the goal line. Great goal.
He got handed over, Bolton, to Rioli. And Rioli just didn't follow it through.
They needed that response, didn't they? Like that first Farah goal just took the air out of the tyres a little bit, but now they're right back in.
Bolton pumped up. Margin back to 15. Every centre clearance will be crucial. Darcy and Witts knocked down Rowell and Young battle. Brayshaw tried to soccer it. Spilt to Darcy. Thought about on the boot. It was dislodged. Sarong went in. Davies was hard after it. Clark with a good tackle.
Gee, must have got his hand to it. Darcy.
Very close to being pinged for holding the footy. Darcy to hit out. Young. Brayshaw. Handball before he hit the ground. Clark. Sarong down low. Nowhere to go.
It's twice now. Look, it looks like Fremantle are going to be out of that clearance, and the Suns' pressure and desperation just to keep it in.
Two big rucks wrestle. Anderson nudged off it by Young, but reeled it in. Tried to get back to his feet. Darcy's kick was blanketed. Knocked on by Young. Great tap. Releases Brayshaw. Had a big second half. Sends it in. Jackson stretched. Collins able to take it. Just a millimetre away. Hewlin was taken high. Free kick advantage. It'll go the way of the Suns. Rioli's away.
Doesn't want to waste it. Brayshaw hunts him down and pressurises the kick. It was inferred pressure. Sarong inside to Young. He slipped. Couldn't get the traction. His wheels were slipping, and he slipped into a high. Worked in his favour.
Very similar to high Hewlin tackle that we saw last quarter.
Ryan.
Bolton deep.
They can feel it right now. Fremantle. Jackson's the man. Got it. Not long enough. Gee, had a big piece of it. He's claiming the umpire. What about me?
You have moments in games, don't you, that almost, that stuck. It definitely stuck.
As well as Collins not looking at the ball.
Darcy down. Anderson. Reid got him in a good tackle. Davies holding the ball. Did he get a handball away there?
He did. I reckon he might have been just a bit too slow. But it looked like he got a hand on it.
Bolton's got the free kick.
May have just come down to time.
73.
Tremendous tackle. And Shane Bolton.
It doesn't look like it was a handball, doesn't it?
Sarong in there, just infringed. Trying to get the knuckle onto the Sharon. As Nat Fife comes onto the ground, the crowd roars. With a footy with Shea Bolton, who's done it all before. They brought him to the club to kick the big goals. And he leaves that one out there. Behind. Nat Fife is out there.
Bolton was probably worried about what they were cheering for.
So Nat Fife out there in game 248. Will it be his last? David Swallow in game 248 as well, yet to be injected into the game. Banfield got there, knocked it down. Rowell knew exactly where it was going. Gave it up to Wainsworth. Outside of the boot kick is a horror. Perfect if you're Fremantle, although Darcy puts it down. King, his eyes opened up, goes to Reid in the middle. Pierce, captain's mark, he's doing it all again. Hands it off. Warner.
Well, Darcy had his head in his hands. As soon as Pierce marked that, he took him out. He took his head out and started to play again.
Calling for the ball central here. Tracy, point of the centre square. If they're going to go long, they'll go long towards the corridor.
Cox sends the footy long. Tracy, strong hands. Fremantle building into it. Open forward line. They want to get it quick. In towards Voss. Collins swallows it.
Poor by Luke Jackson. Yeah, and Sam Collins once again prepared to leave his man, get in front of him.
Now the Suns. How much do they want to take it on? Well, Docker's ratcheting up the pressure. Fife's first touch isn't a possession, but it's a crucial one. Sarong to Young, out to Frederick. 50 from home, lead to the pocket. Bolton almost.
Right.
Powell with a terrific punch.
Yeah, Bolton was off then on the lead, and we know that what he's got from speed from the stand start, and he was off. And Powell had to react, and was still able to get there to put the fist in and spoil that mark. That was a great defensive
There's David Swallow into the game.
So all the champs are out there. Swallow, the original son, gets his opportunity. Long ball, Ryan. He'll take the advantage. He thought about it, he might have to stop. He'll go inside 50, looking for the tall timber. Young to the front, punched down by Gold Coast. Rowell able to extract it, and now they can go away with Flanders and Anderson, and Cooley done up the wing to long.
It's an amazing crummer, Rowell.
Yeah, just gets the front and centre, doesn't overcomplicate it.
Wide ball, Ethan Reid the target. He's got Pierce for company. Pierce, safety first. Clever as ever. Match saving mark against Port Adelaide, maybe a season saver a few weeks ago. Been deafening in here for the last 10 or so minutes. 14 points the margin. The biggest margin was 26. The home team coming hard now. Belief's grown. Sarong's their man. So too O'Meara in game 200. Rolls it toward the boundary. Clean bowled a couple of them. Powell kept it alive. Goes long. Can Sarong get there? Heart and soul takes the mark.
31st disposal coming up for Caleb Sarong. 11 clearances. He'll go high up the wing. Witts with a punch. Out the spill, O'Meara. Now to Bolton. Across to Young. They're running in a few more numbers. O'Meara ran into trouble. Caught out. Suns back the other way. Ethan Reid. They peel away from him. Long on the charge. Open forward line here for the Suns if they go quick. They look to the pocket. Kick goes in that direction, and Pierce intercepts again.
Yeah, good protection by Cox as well. King was trying to provide a lead, and Cox just protected Pierce.
And on Tommy Hafey style, they're going to kick it to where Pierce ain't at the moment. Witts gets there. Knocks it with a fist, but to Young. And he hammers it. He's got Voss in a one-on-one with Hewlin. Voss wanted to knock that down and pounce, but he'll take a ball in.
Once again, the big spoil that prevents the soft drop and the opportunity for the forward to get back on it, or a crumb to go forward from that. Yulin, Collins, Andrews, all of the defenders have been excellent from the Suns to be able to prevent that.
Full house. There's been a couple of 60,000 crowds here for sport over time. But this is some sort of joint right now. Now it's rocking. And Voss will keep the rocking going.
Fremantle keeps another one.
Charges off again. Stay on.
10 goals still involved.
That's where he gets his high speed running.
He just keeps his feet. Right, once again, it was a stoppage win. It was a clearance coming out the front. The dangerous ones. Just see here the ruck work between Darcy, the connection, and Sarong on the move. He had a huge third quarter. He's been good again in the early part of this fourth term. Yulin and Voss one-on-one. Yulin goes to ground. Voss keeps his feet. So strong. And brings it back to 8 points. That five in the middle. Sarong, Brayshaw, Anderson, Davies and Rao.
He ran that hard. He needs to get some treatment. Patrick Voss. 8-point ball game. 12 and a half to play. Elimination final. Season done for the loser. The winner to play the Lions as O'Driscoll and Rao go after it. Davies was important. Got it out to Flanders. Kick inside 50. Pearce playing a huge game back there, the Freo skipper.
What'd you say, Dwayne?
Got to kick it to where Pearce ain't, Tommy Hafey.
Yeah, his last the last 3 or 4 entries for the Suns.
That's nearly 50 for
It's been all him.
The cheers for Nat Fyfe. The two-time Brownlow medalist will just go wide. Pearce into Warner. And now Fremantle will have to go a little slower. Certainly taking the game on a lot more in this final term.
Well, they've got no choice, really. Now, Jackson's in a spot here. He just got a palm on it, knocked to the back. Andrew has to show some poise. He made it Powell's problem, really. Davies, Powell, he's got the poise. To Wits, not your run and carry guy. Anderson is. And he makes a good choice. Rioli feeds it further on to Powell. Had to mop it up. Turned over, cut down. And here goes Murphy Reid. He'll make a good decision. Has a little bounce. A poke pass. Bolton, not quite. Wits the crumb, not quite. Intensity's gone up. The noise has gone up. They pumped the volume up to 11. Hear the crowd. Powell looks around. He wants the short outlet wide. Anderson. Dudley didn't come at him initially. Ethan Reid and Pearce. They can't pierce the wall. Pearce.
And now Fyfe will go aggressively towards Tracy, who clunks the mark. Open space ahead. He waits for the option. Brayshaw works. Strong hands to hold on.
You're talking about they had no options. It's only 8 points. There's still 10 minutes left on the clock.
Away to Tracy. Loads up into the hot spot. Looking for Jackson. Knocked down. Bolton half a chance. Scramble on the line. It's behind.
But it is the challenge for the Gold Coast Suns now. Because they're playing so conservative, Pearce is able to set up behind the ball where he wants, where he knows the ball will go. It's really predictable. So how can the Suns move the ball now to a position where they think they can score?
If the Suns win this, Damien Harbert will have coached against Nat Fyfe in his very first game and his last game. What's Damien Harbert got left in his bag of tricks? Wide ball, Wits got there, Ethan Reid got there, Pearce was in the middle of it, little fumble, Farah, Banfield, inside, aggressive. Clark loops it, Anderson read his mind, feeds it back out to Wits, to Weller. The ex-Docker turns and goes. He's got Long and the Ryan one-on-one. Good contest. Ryan's plucked that. Umpire said, no, you didn't. And now we'll cut him some slack with the ball up. And that's sometimes the funny part about our game. It could have been touched play on, but they cut him some slack because he didn't know.
10 minutes to go. Season on the line. 7 points in it. Jackson attacked it. Erasmus cleared it. Bouncing footy. Breaks towards the boundary. Noble straight after it. Andrew's got some problems. Stepped out of through the legs of Rao. Sarong, another clearance. Goes up the wing. Tracy, Bolton, ricochet. Spills Freo's way. Tracy cleared a path when there was none. Rioli up to it. Andrew in there. Quick hands. They escape away. Advantage goes the Suns' way. To the wing, and they find Rao.
Does he want to go, Matt Rao? He waits.
Geez, Dan Rioli's really sore in the middle of the ground from that contest with Tracy. It was huge.
He can hardly walk at 17 on 18 right now. Wits will fly from 4 deep. Chapman the crummer fell again into a high. Umpire didn't pay it this time. From the scramble, huge ball to win. Davies flings it out to the wrong guy, Rasmus, to Fife. The superstar gets it back to Clark. Hammers it away. Rao goes hard. Young goes hard. Big ball to win, and Young wins it to Brayshaw, and they're out. Voss, he collects. He's got Frederick Long. He goes back with a looping handball to Warner, who has to go and fetch it. They're coming at him. Pocket picked. Brilliance. Banfield couldn't get there, couldn't turn in time. Budrick turned into a jam. On hands and knees, Miller couldn't find a target. Brayshaw cut down. Young looks up. He's got fast. Freddie at the back. Frederick's got Tracy. He sits it on him. The volume's gone up. Fremantle have lifted. It's season over for one of these two in 7 minutes and 50 seconds unless we get extra time.
It's been all Fremantle, hasn't it? Even when it's gone in their D50, they've controlled that. They've been able to control transition through the middle of the field, give themselves the best scoring opportunities, and this is one.
To make it a 1-point game. The big kahuna with the big moment.
It's for Fremantle! It's 11 goals, 6 points! 10 goals, 30 points!
Couldn't have, Bucks. 7.5 forward for the Gold Coast Suns.
Yeah, well, Patrick Voss had it and handballed back. It looked like they were out and away, and that's what finals do to you. There's
Phone's dead, probably? No, phone's not dead. Hotspot. Okay, looks like we have to do. Okay, looks like we have to do good.
that lead. Who can go with Shea Bolton when he goes like that? Will Powell can.
Wits front spot, ripped it out of the air. Jackson gets the